திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஆடும் பரிவேல் அணை சேவல் என பாடும் பணியே பணியாய் அருள்வாய், தேடும் கயமா முகனை செருவில் சாடும் தனி யானை சகோதரன். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். பொய்கண்டார் காணா புனிதமெனும் மத்துவித மெய்கண்ட நாதனருள் மேவுநாள் என்னாலும். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, ஏகம்பத்துரையந்தாய் போற்றி, பாகம் மண்ணூறு ஆனாய் போற்றி, பராய்த்துறை மீவிய அபரணே போற்றி, சிராப்பள்ளி மீவிய சிவனே போற்றி, அண்ணாமலையம் அண்ணா போற்றி, கண்ணாரமுத கடலே போற்றி, காவாய் கனகத்திரளே போற்றி, கைலை மலையானே போற்றி போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அண்ட சராசரங்களுக்கெல்லாம் அதிபதியாக விளங்கக்கூடிய முருகப்பெருமானுடைய ஒப்பற்ற பரம் கருணையினாலே கத்தார் வாழ் அன்பர்கள், நம்முடைய அன்பிற்குரிய சரவணன் தம்பதியர் எல்லோரும் சைவ சித்தாந்தத்தினுடைய நுட்ப பொருளை தெரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்று, தமிழிலே அதிக பரிச்சயம் இல்லாதவர்களுக்கும் ஆங்கிலத்திலே சொல்ல வேண்டும் என்கிற அன்பு வேண்டுகோளுக்கு இணங்க த பிலாசபி ஆஃப் சைவ சித்தாந்தம் என்கிற தலைப்பில் சைவ சித்தாந்தத்தினுடைய அடிப்படை கருத்துக்களை எளிய முறையில் நாம் சிந்தித்து வருகின்ற பாங்கிலே இன்றைய தினம் த பாண்டேஜ் என்கின்ற தலைப்பின் கீழே மேலும் செய்திகளை சிந்திப்பதற்கு திருவருள் கூட்டியிருக்கிறது. We have been discussing the philosophy of Saiva Siddhantam for the last 3 to 4 months under various topics. First of all, we discussed about the soul in chapter 1. Subsequently, we discussed about the Almighty in chapter 2. Currently, we are discussing about the bondage, and under the bondage, we discussed about the inert energy, Mayai. God has come forward to offer the infrastructure for the soul to get experiences out of this world, because the Anavam, the main foe, the ignorance, the darkness, whatever you call it, it is our main foe to be conquered. It has occupied our wisdom, and it has enveloped. You understand the way you are able to conceive it. You are able to conceive it. Anyway, the soul is inherently possessing a wisdom of the quality that it will understand when it is helped to understand. That is the only thing. Arivittal arivadu. It cannot understand by itself, but somebody has to help or extend the help to make it understand. You understand? Okay, now the soul's wisdom. Soul is an animated species, souls. They are inherently possessing the wisdom. They are known as Arivu Porul. Arivittal arigindra Arivu Porul. So, only the souls with wisdom are deserved to enjoy happiness or sorrow. Yes, inbat துன்பங்கள், the joys and the sufferings, both are felt only by the souls, because they are inherently possessing the wisdom. Why should they feel these two? Why not only the joy? It is because the wisdom is corroded, wisdom is polluted, or the wisdom has the impurity of the Anavam, which has enveloped, which has taken possession, or which is influencing, whatever you call. The wisdom is not, because of the wisdom being possessed by the Anavam, the souls are inactive. They are not able to act independently. Their wisdom, since enveloped, since encompassed, since darkened by the Anavam, the souls are inactive. So from the inactive state, the souls are brought to active state. For bringing them to active state, the motto is the arrangement cannot be permanent, only a temporary arrangement. So because of that temporary arrangement, the inactive souls are coming into active state. They are active for a certain period. Once again, they go back to their original state of darkness. Because the Anavam has not been removed. Steps have been taken to bring down its power because of the infrastructure. Because of the infrastructure, you call it as tattvams, the tools, tattvams. Because of the physical structure, infrastructure, the soul is brought to the active state. Its a desire, its a planning, its execution, ichai jnanam kriya. Three things, they are coming into active state. They are coming to, because they were inactive once the souls were in the darkness. Okay, now the souls are using the tools gifted by the Almighty. They are getting experience. What do the Almighty expect? The souls, by getting experiences, will understand, will try to cooperate, will try to remove the darkness from its wisdom. Even though the souls are being helped, the souls are not using them fully, and they don't live up to the expectations of the Almighty, and they have been wasting their births through the ages, not one or two. So many births have been given by the God, and little by little only it is able to climb up and get to the top. You understand that the God's help to their souls are continuous. God will never give up. He is going on extending his help, expecting one day or other the souls will be able to understand the real phenomena, and they will come into action, and they will try to, it is the cooperation of the souls very important. During medication, during treatment of a patient, the cooperation of the patient is very, very important. Likewise, God is doing all the help, but the souls should cooperate. You understand? So, if I am hungry, I have to take the food. If I am sick, I have to take the medicine. Nobody else can take on my behalf food or medicine. Likewise, the cooperation of the soul are very important. They have to themselves come forward They have to show their interest. God is expecting. The souls should come forward. They should understand the real situation and they should come forward to drive away the Anavam from their wisdom. You understand? In so many religions, so many people in other religions, they don't accept the Anavam at all. They say that the only victory is to win over the Mayai. To win over the Mayai and Karmam. It is the victory they say. They don't say that Anavam does exist. They don't say. But we are the Saiva Neri, the Saiva concept. Only the philosophy of Saiva Siddhantam, only the philosophy of Saiva Siddhantam insists or stresses the existence of the Anava-Malam. Most of the religions, most of the divine sector people, they don't understand the existence of the Anavam. They don't agree, and they say that only Maya Malam and Karma Malam do exist, and we have to win over these two. But Saiva, the philosophy of Saiva Siddhantam insists, these two, the Maya Malam and Karma Malam, these two are being gifted by God to win over, to fight against the Anavam. So we must understand the big enemy. We should not misunderstand that the Maya Malam and Karma Malam, both of them are our foes or enemies. They are not our enemies. They have come here to help us. They have been offered by Lord Shiva. They have been gifted by Lord Shiva to win over the main target, that is Anavam. Hence, I request you, the people, to understand the basic concept of the Saiva Siddhantam, the main concept of Saiva Siddhantam, which indicates that the fight is against the Anavam, not against Maya Malam and Karma Malam. Both of them are gifted by Lord Shiva to fight against Anavam. So, please understand. In some, that is why in some religions, in some books even, they don't mention about, don't even mention about the Anavam. Kindly understand the existence of Anavam, the existence of the darkness. Only out of the darkness, we are groping in the darkness, and we have been offered the torch to move about in the darkness. Of course, the torch is not fully helpful, or it is not fully enlightening the entire things. We see only little by using the torch. By being offered with Maya by the Lordship, we are able to understand a little the things. Okay, out of Maya, we have been given the structure, we have been discussing in the last 3 sessions. Out of Maya, Suddha Maya, Prakriti Maya, Asuddha Maya. Out of these 3, we have been offered tools, and these tools are comprised, actually these tools, they have been offered to form the infrastructure. Okay, you understand, the tools are under 3 heads: Suddha Maya, Asuddha Maya and Prakriti Maya. We have discussed in detail about the Suddha Maya. We have discussed in detail about the Asuddha Maya. We have discussed in detail about the Prakriti Maya, and we also discussed the tools offered out of the Prakriti Mayai, the tools offered out of Ashuddha Mayai, and we have been using them. Okay. Now, the another malam or impurity added deliberately by the Lordship in the soul's wisdom is Kanma malam. See, the infrastructure has been given, tools have been given. By God expects what? God expects the souls to be active. Okay, they are active because they are having tools. But what do they execute? What do they do? How they do? You understand? The platform has been given. The performance has to be given by the souls. The performance, that is the action done by the souls, will give experience which will result in the erosion of Anava Malam in the wisdom. That is the motto. You understand, Maya Malam and Kanma Malam, they will help the wisdom to be active, but they may mislead, but they will make it the wisdom to be active. That is very important. Anavam Malam will never allow the wisdom to be active. But whereas Maya Malam and Karma Malam, they will make the wisdom to be active. So from the inactive state to active state, the soul's wisdom has been brought up. From the inactive state to active state, the soul's wisdom has been brought by the Maya Malam with the Kanma Malam. Okay, you understand? With the tools, the basic qualities of the soul are exhibited or expressed. The soul, when it was not active, it was not able to express its basic nature. So it is having basically desires and hatred, viruppu, veruppu. These two are inherently in the soul's wisdom. Once the soul's wisdom is brought into active state, once it is brought into active state, the soul's wisdom starts vibrating, expressing its basic desires and hatreds. You understand? So we are made up of desires and hatreds. Souls are always made up of desires and hatreds. We like something, we dislike something else. Likes and dislikes are inherently felt by the soul. There may be reasons attributed to our likings. There may be reasons attributed to our dislike. Sometimes we will not have any reasons for our likings and for dislikings. We like some color, let us say. I like green color, let us say. Why should I like the green color? Is there a reason for that? No. No, there is not at all a reason. Why should I like green? I like green because I like it. That's all. I like sweet. Why should I like sweet? I like it because I like it. That's all. You cannot attribute any reasons for the liking. I like X. Why? X is helpful to me. X has given lot of helps. X is a good fellow. X gives me money whenever I want. X goes wherever I say. All those things. There are reasons attributed. That is why I like X. I don't like Y. Why? Y is always contradicting me. Y is not giving me anything when I want it? Who is not helping me? Who is always talking ill of me? Like all those reasons you can say, isn't it? When I say that I don't like a person, hundreds of reasons you may give. When I say I like a person, hundreds of reasons I may give. But this is not the case always. This is not the case. For example, sometimes we may not like somebody. Why do you dislike him? Yeah, I don't know. Someone he doesn't do anything harmful to me, but I don't like him. You like this fellow. Why? I do not know. He is not attached to me, he is not connected to me, but anyway I like him. Why I like him? By just at the look of him I say I like him. I volunteer myself to go to him, to make a conversation with him, offer him some help. Sir, sir, I ask without any reason. So please understand, at the time, when the soul is triggered or initiated out of the Anavam, when the soul is initiated the first time from inactive state to active state, God finds the likes and dislikes inherently in the soul without attributing reasons. Without attributing reasons, the soul starts exhibiting likes and dislikes. God offers so many things in Sukshamam from Maya. You understand? So many things in Maya. Out of the likes and dislikes, the soul selects. The soul selects. See, just to show some pictures before the children, some pets pictures, cat, dog, mouse, all these things, just to show them. Ask the children to go and pick the picture they like. If you will be wondering that the children will be having different likings, different likes. Not all, maybe most of the children may go over to dogs, puppies, small cats, because they will be cute, they will go and pick up. But not all the children, some children will go and pick up the picture of mice. Some small children will go and pick up the picture of a butterfly. You understand? Okay, so you cannot attribute, sometimes you will feel dull. You will dislike something. Even the things you like most, you may dislike at certain times. So, the soul is possessing a list of likes and dislikes inherently. Inherently. So, once it is popped up from the darkness, the natural behavior of the soul starts coming up. The state of is coming up, state of the soul is coming up. So the natural state of the soul is exhibited, and depending upon the natural taste, the likes and dislikes combined together may be called as a taste. Let me mention the taste. The taste means the combination of likes and dislikes. The inherent basic likes and dislikes. It may be called the taste. The taste of the souls differ. If there are 100 souls, 100 tastes. If there are 1,000 souls, there are 1,000 tastes. If there are lakhs and lakhs of souls, There are lakhs and lakhs of tastes. No taste is similar to the taste of another soul. That is why so many species, so many birds, so many types of birds. You understand? Okay. Now, the Kanma Malam, is the platform offered by the Lord Shiva. Once it comes out with its basic taste, then he gives the platform, Mula Kanmam, to come, to reside, to take the physical structure starting from the base. That is called Mula Kanmam. Out of Mula Kanmam, the souls are trying to exhibit their likes and dislikes on the structure, on the physical structure of the world. There are two structures. One is our superstructure, infrastructure, and another is the structure of the Prapancham. The souls, now they come into active state. They have dislikes and likes, inherent likes and dislikes. Now the likes and dislikes enormously, they become to grow. They start grow. From where they grow? They grow from the Mula Kanmam. So that is called the Mula Kanmam, from where the basic natural taste of the soul grows. So it grows. So depending upon the type of growth, God changes the structure. The physical structure, He changes. He offers the physical structure, and He understands how far using the structure it will be able to use the Prapancham, the superstructure, the outer structure. You understand? The tools are given. It is called a physical structure or infrastructure, and then a Prapancham, a structure has been given in common for all the souls. Physical structure has been individually offered to each soul. So there should be some matching. Match should come between what? The match should come, it should be matched between the natural taste. Every soul has the basic tune or basic taste. Only the basic taste makes the soul to take a birth of a butterfly, to take the birth of a pig, to take the birth of a dog. Different birth types are there only because of the natural taste of the soul. So the natural taste of the soul, the likes and dislikes combined state. Now Mula Kanmam, out of Mula Kanmam, now the likes and dislikes, they come into action. They are using their tools to apply on the common structure, on the Prapancham, and they do things. They use the tools. Because of the tools, they execute action. That is called Kamyam or Kanmam. They are performing. That is what God expected. God expected to be active. If it is active, it should perform. Active means what? It's performances. So in a particular birth, its performances are reviewed. They are reviewed. How do they perform? Are they able to use the structure, the common structure, and whether they are able to get the basic experiences, and out of the experiences they improve their taste. You understand, they are cumulative. The taste and the experiences, they are cumulative. Tastes are just growing because of the experiences. Again, experiences out of the taste. You understand? Taste, experiences. Taste grows, experiences change, experiences, taste. Likewise, the experiences grow. Depending upon the experiences, the change of state occurs. So, the change of state occurs. Please understand what is the state of experience and state of taste. Okay, now the performances are reviewed in every birth. Performances are reviewed in every birth, and God decides, the Almighty decides how far the performances have improved upon the soul's wisdom. You understand, God is closely monitoring the wisdom of the souls. He is there. That is why we say in Saiva Siddhantam, God is inherently possessing the soul itself. He is along with the soul, He is in the soul, and He is away from the soul. You understand? Ondrai, Verai, Danai. He is along with the soul, Udanai. He is away from the soul, Verai. He is in the soul, Ondrai. Likewise, God takes three types of association with the soul to analyze, monitor, and take a decision out of the maturity of the wisdom, which wisdom state. See, the ultimate aim is to make the soul's wisdom pure. Is it not? We have discussed in detail that soul's wisdom has been impurity added. The soul's wisdom has become impure, has become darkened because of the Anavam. Anavam enveloping, influencing, dominating the soul's wisdom. So it doesn't have any wisdom at all. The darkening Anavam doesn't have, it is an inert energy. It is an inert energy. You understand? It is inanimated. But its influence, its domination is to be corroded, it should be eroded, it should be removed little by little. So God is continuously watching, closely monitoring every soul's wisdom. He is there Himself. He is there itself. He is not elsewhere to monitor. He is there with us. He is there with every soul and has a close monitoring of the soul's wisdom. Every second He closely monitors. You understand? Throughout the birth, the soul should understand the whole meaning of the birth is to purify the wisdom of the soul. Any birth given by God is not a waste. To that extent, the soul's wisdom will be purified. To that extent. That's all. But if the soul understands the out of all the births, the human birth seems to be the superior, useful, meaningful, and God expects, when offering the human being, He expects the soul to utilize it properly and comes out of the suffering. You understand? Okay. How the experiences are achieved? by doing performances. The performances are analyzed. Some of them are good, some of them are evil. Evil performances are suitably punished. Good performances are suitably rewarded. There should be the person who should decide which one is evil, which one is good. So Almighty is the only person or only thing or only competent enough to decide which one is evil, which one is good. So all the performances are analyzed by the Almighty. No one goes unnoticed. Nothing goes unnoticed. Don't think I have done something without the knowledge of anybody. Don't think. Kangani illendru kallam pala seivar. Tirumular has rightly said. கவனிப்பவர்கள் யாரும் இல்லை என்று கருதி மக்கள் மானுடர்கள் தவறு செய்கின்றார்கள். People commit mistakes. People commit crimes thinking that they will not be caught. Their crimes will go unnoticed. Their mistakes will go unnoticed. Never. Even a small mistake will be taken into account, will be recorded, will be registered, will be considered by the Lordship. எழுதும் கீழ்கணக்கு இன்னம்பரிசனே. Understand? எழுதும் கீழ்கணக்கு. Why it is called a கீழ்கணக்கு? Why it is called a கீழ்கணக்கு? கீழ்கணக்கு means balance sheet, profit and loss account, goods and evils. Some people, some human beings, they do lot of evils, very small amount of goods without their knowledge, of course. Some people will do very good things, lot of good things. Sometimes they may err, they may do some evils. How to counteract? How to weigh them? In view of the goods, how the evils should be looked at. You understand? In view of the crimes, how the goods should be looked at. Who can decide all these things? Only the Almighty is competent to decide the goods and evils of human beings. In Tamil it is called Nalvinai Thivinai. Nalvinai Thivinai. So whatever you do, they are registered and stored in minute form, Sutshama Nilai. Because once you do it, it's over. But its gist will be registered. You understand? The registration of the gist is known as Sanjita Vinay. The actual performances are called the Ahamyam. So, you understand, the performances take the position or possession of Sanjidam, Ahamyam, Sanjidam. Which one you call Ahamyam? The one you perform, evil or crime, the one you perform. Why you have done that good? Why you have done that evil? That is called Praratham. You understand? The third one comes into picture, Praratham. People do Ahamyam because of Praratham. The Ahamyam goes to the state of the Sutshama state, minute form or the gist, the form of gist. Ahamyam goes to gist. Out of the Sanjidam, out of it, something has been taken for experiences. Because you have done the thing, you have to suffer, either good or bad. you have to enjoy. You have to take the experiences. You cannot say, I will not experience it. I don't want it, you cannot say. Your willingness is not at all asked. It is not, you are not at liberty to submit your willingness, whether you like it or not. The things you have already done will come for your experiences. So, where do we get the experiences? The experiences we get out of what we have already done. You must understand the cycle. It is a vicious cycle. It is a continuous cycle. It is a powerful cycle. You cannot come out of it. Unless otherwise the Almighty pull you out of it, you cannot come out of that cycle. It is a strong cycle. It's a vicious cycle. Do something, get something back, again do something, again get something back, do something, again get something back. It's going on like this. When you are doing something, you be ready to receive something. If I start doing something, then I may have the right to stop what I receive. So God has put an offer before the soul. If you say that you don't want the experiences, you don't want the praratham to be experienced by you, stop doing anything. Summa iru. But can we summa iru? Okay, we cannot think of it. We are going on doing things either by physical structure or by our thoughts or by our talk. Manam mozhi mei. Even when you talk, you are committing vinay. That is called a vinay. That you are performing. Your performance may be done by your talk or by your physical structure or even by your thought. You understand? Okay, now we are understanding God brought the souls from the darkness where they were inactive and they were brought to active state, and they were inactive once upon a time. Now they are active. Once they are active means their likes and dislikes are exhibited in the form of taste. Once it comes out of a taste, God, depending upon the taste, offers a unique structure to perform. So the souls start performing. It performs good and evil. Both the goods and evils are registered. Again the tests are analyzed. Again another structure is being offered. It is a continuous process. In the cycle, in the vicious cycle, the souls are performing goods and evils. Depending upon the goods and evils, souls are offered experiences. Souls cannot deny or they cannot get away from the experiences. They cannot say that I don't want ill experiences, I want only good experiences. It cannot claim. Both good and ill, both good and ill or good and bad experiences are thrust upon you. You have to experience them. This state is going on till the time the soul gets frustrated. It gets a sour taste in the worldly action. Now it starts thinking that I will not have any likes or dislikes. I will not like this, I will not dislike this. The same thing, I will not have any likes or dislikes, because likes and dislikes take the form of experiences. This is found out only by the souls which have got matured. So it shows the maturity of the wisdom. You understand? Everything is interconnected. Interconnected. When the soul's wisdom is getting mature, depending upon the maturity, the taste gets refined. The likes and dislikes, they take a form of taste. We have discussed. The taste takes the good form, let us say, the taste. Depending upon the taste, taste means the combination of likes and dislikes. When the taste comes to a nil state, that is, you don't have liking, you don't have disliking. Viruppu, viruppu, atra nilai. That the taste level becomes nil. At that time, you can see that the wisdom has reached a maturity level. It has reached a sizable maturity level. Okay, now God has given the infrastructure, the tools out of Mayai, and He is responsible. The Almighty is responsible for the souls to become active and to do the performances. Even though the God's responsibility is for the souls to be active, He doesn't take any responsibility on the taste of the souls. The taste of the souls are unique. Again and again I am stressing you, you should not misunderstand the word taste. Taste means, what we mean by the taste is the combination of the likes and dislikes. I have a taste. You have a different taste. Another one will have a different taste. Tastes are unique. My taste and your taste may not be similar. It may go hand by hand, but it will not be. Some of them may match, but not exactly equal. My taste and your taste may match, but it will not be equal. So the matching taste, people are gathering together, they perform a group performance. It is called a group performance out of the match of the tastes, that's all. The match of the taste doesn't mean that the tastes are equal. You understand? So it is very, very minute thing, very minute thing that you should be able to understand about the Karmam. Karmam, it is called the performances of the souls. They perform in a birth of dog, they perform in a birth of donkey, they perform in a birth of monkey. All these things, all are performances. But those performances are different from the performances of a human being, because human beings are given the competency or the skill. Human beings are given the skill by the Lordship. Lord has offered the competency, the skill for the souls, a special skill to decide which is bad, which is good. That choice is not given to any other but except the human being. The dog will not know which is good, which is bad. Monkey will not know which is good, which is bad. But the human being will know which is good, which is bad. Which will do good for him, which will do bad for him. It will be definitely known for the human beings. So God makes the human beings superior to all other type of births. He expects the souls to utilize the human being, the birth of a human being. The soul should be thinking that it is very rare. It is very rare. You cannot expect that you can take another human being birth. Aridu, aridu, manidarai pirattal aridu. Is it not? Is it not? Think of the births. The number of births in the philosophy of Saiva Siddhantam, they have given a number 84 lakhs. 84 lakhs types of births. 84 laksham yoni bhedangal. What does it mean? The types of births are 84 lakhs. One of them is human being. So when you go to next birth, you are going to be offered, you are not going to choose. Beggars are not choosers. You are not choosing anything. You don't choose anything. You are not given any choice at all. Once you leave this body, you are waiting in the queue. You will be offered something. Take them. That's all. Perform. Start performing. So understand, your performances are closely watched, closely monitored, and closely registered, and closely analyzed, and closely offered the results. You cannot bias, you cannot exchange briefcase, you cannot change your destiny, you cannot change your fate, you cannot change your birth. Your next birth decided by the Almighty, only by Almighty, not by anybody, not by anybody, only by the Almighty. He decides. He decides where? Elsewhere? No. He is with you. He is with you. He closely watches your performances and decides this fellow in the next birth fit to be a dog. Let him be a dog for a certain period. Let him understand the gratitude. He must understand the gratitude, and he must understand how to be grateful to the people who loved him, who helped him. Is it not? So he analyzes without any bias and he decides. So the tools, we may have any tools, only the performances count. How do you perform? You perform by your thoughts, you perform by your language, you perform by your physical structure. You understand? So the performances are registered. Don't understand your performance. Please understand that no performances go unnoticed. No performance go unregistered. No performance go unaccounted. You understand? Each and every performance or your action is counted, is accountable, and suitably they are registered and they are suitably given valuation. In total, all the performances together are totally valued, and a total evaluation is achieved. This evaluation results in the next birth. In the next birth, again your performance details are opening balance. New performances are taken into account. So God is our chief accountant. Almighty takes a lot of possessions, lot of positions, lot of posts. He is our doctor. He is our physician. He is our compounder. He is our auditor. He is our master. He is our father. He is our mother. He is our minister. He is our guru. Ammaye appa oppila maniye. Is it not? Appan ni, ammai ni, anbudaya mamanum mamiyum ni. You just see. You can also add accountantum ni. மருத்துவனும் நீ, மருந்து காலத்து கொடுக்கிறவனும் நீ. He takes any position. You understand the capacity, because he is the only person who is being along with us for all through the ages. Throughout the ages, he is with us. Even though he is with us throughout the ages, we don't understand, we don't know him. What a pity, you think. Very, very sympathetic. Very, very. See, the God understands Father, the God takes position of Mother, Father. ஈன்றாடுமாய் எனக்கு எந்தையுமாய் உடன் தோன்றினராய் மூன்றாய் உலகம் படைத்து உகந்தான். இந்த உலகத்தில் மூன்றாய் உலகம் படைத்து உகந்தான். These three types of relationship he offered. In some other birth, how many relationships he is going to give? Nobody knows. The only relationship, permanent relationship, is the relationship between the soul and the Almighty. You consider him as your leader, you consider him as your master, you consider him as your dad, you consider him as your friend, you consider him as your guru. But consider him. You are not at all considering him. You are not at all taking him into account in your association cycle. So many people you have in your association cycle. Why not God? God expects a place to be given by you in your association chart. Okay, we discussed in this session something about the Karmam, something about the performances, something about the registration of performances, something about the births. We have discussed details, but it is not complete. We have to discuss more things about the same topic, and we will meet. I don't think that next week we will be able to meet, because next Saturday, Deepavali. Or shall we meet? We will meet. Why should we leave Deepavali? Only now I told you that we should give him a place. We should not forget. We will include. We will consider next Deepavali also. Deepavali, the philosophy of Saiva Siddhantam, at 12 o'clock. Now I have got the nod. I think I can go ahead. So next week, even though it is Deepavali, we are going to amidst, because we have been permitted to fire the crackers only from 6 to 7 in the morning, and the evening 7 to 8. So I don't think there will be hindrances or disturbances out of the crackers. So we will peacefully think in the next week also. Next week at 12 o'clock we will meet and continue our discussion about the Karmam. Okay, let me finish with the chanting of the 5-lettered mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Tiruchitrambalam. Once again I have to thank our Qatar couple, Mrs. and Mr. Saravanan, because their interest is unmeasurable. They are showing so much of interest to utter. I do not know how far I am going to be successful. God makes everything successful. We are doing something. All the performances are considered and evaluated only by Lordship. He evaluates our performances. So he is the person to evaluate these English lectures also. I am just delivering them I am just trying to make it as simple as possible. I do not want to use bombarding words so that people will get afraid of listening to these lectures. So I try to make it as simple as possible, and the philosophy of Saiva Siddhantam, the serial, will have definitely an impact over the people who do not know Tamil words or will not have association with Tamil properly. They may be finding it useful to go through the series of lectures, and I request them to attend the session. Before attending the session, let them go through the previous session, and then only they will have a touch. Otherwise, they will not have touch with the current chapter. You understand? Okay, let me again thank all the people who have listened, and we will get the Guru Arul of Tirumular, we will get the Guru Arul of Meighandar, and we will get the grace of Lordship. And whatever we do, we must not forget that we are along with our Lordship. He is there to help us. He is there to take care of us. And we will not lose His association in our thoughts. Always get in touch with Him. Thank you. We will meet in the next week. Om Namah Shivaya. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.